Epictetus was unlike any man you've met. He was a slave, yet he was the most powerful man alive. The weird thing is that although he was poor, suffered abuse, and never met his family, he became a beast of determination and a success story. No one could scare him. He needed no one to live, and through his teachings he served as the mentor of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king. His unusual expertise and life skills are still being taught and discussed today, and figures like Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate admire and praise him. Today we'll explore his three-step Stoic system for getting ahead 99% of people out there, and how you can copy it to become a complete human being. 1. Pre-learning. If you wanted to start a successful business that would require planning, you would have to set a specific milestone followed by a detailed plan, which you would then stick to with massive amounts of action. Mastering life is like starting a successful business. It's not a matter of if problems will arise, but when. We first need to understand the key principles of Stoicism before we set out to the world to get after our goals. Because here's the thing, you might now believe that Stoicism has nothing to do with success, but you'd be dead wrong. Stoicism gives you an unfair advantage because it converts you into an immovable tower, giving you unlimited amounts of persistence to try until you ultimately succeed, smoking everyone else. This is Epictetus's first step, preparation or pre-learning. This is where we try to understand the basics of the philosophy and wrap our heads around what Stoicism is exactly. Specifically, there are 3 core teachings that will ensure your success in this stage. First and foremost, you need to understand that life is divided into 3 categories: the things you control, the things you don't control, and the things that you can only influence. In the Stoic theory, a man is allowed to only occupy his mind with the things he can control, such as what he desires and avoids, what his goals and opinions are, and eliminate everything else, such as the weather, the circumstances he was born to, other people's behavior, and so on. Regarding the third area, the things we influence, a Stoic is satisfied with doing his best and then detaching from the outcome. So when it comes to starting a business or finding a partner, the Stoic success is putting the work in, day out, or getting out of your comfort zone and talking to girls at the cafe or at the gym. The irony is that by only focusing on doing the best you can, you will ultimately actually succeed, even if your goal was not initially fully under your control. That's why Seneca said so beautifully, "The more I try, the luckier I get." But what happens if you fail to succeed? That's the second most important principle of Stoicism, and it's called acceptance. Epictetus said that we should not care about having the best cards, but about playing our cards the best, accepting our given roles. Now, that doesn't mean that we should stay passive, but appreciate what we have and start our journey towards becoming even more. The art of acceptance is evident only in Stoics. For example, such a man will spill milk on the kitchen table or hit his pinky toe on the furniture, but will remain completely unfazed, shocking everyone around them. The day Ted Barrett's wife died in a car crash, he had to give an interview for his country. Everyone was shocked by this man's calmness because he showed up on time. I will leave the video in the description that will blow your mind. This happens because a Stoic understands the nature of things, namely that nothing is truly ours and can be taken away in a snap. Epictetus said, "Take good care of everything that's given to you for now, namely possessions, wife, kid, money, statues, but be ready to return it immediately when the assigner calls for it back." While what happened to Ted is viewed as a tragedy by many, for a Stoic is just another day at work, another day to put their principles into action. Obviously, a Stoic will prefer spending life with their lover and hard-earned money, but is ready to lose it all and live like a lone wolf if he has to. It's the third pillar of Stoicism, where problems is an unknown word for Stoicism, but just another opportunity to prove what he's made of. For more Stoic tips, subscribe to my email list. The link is in the description. 2. The learning. The growth doesn't happen in the learning, but in the application. To learn surfing, for example, you must fight with the waves. To prove you're an expert in investment, you need to make money during a bear market. In the same way, to prove yourself you are a Stoic, you need to go out there, find challenges, and apply your Stoic principles. Epictetus said that we should not be satisfied with mere learning, but add training and practice to it. Epictetus shares 3 life-changing tactics to apply the 3 main principles of Stoicism. Tactic number 1. Our main task in life is this, Epictetus said, to divide everything into what we control and what we don't. Then, We should forget immediately what we don't control because we cannot do anything about it. Is your flight cancelled? Accept it because it's out of your control. Did you get rejected? Accept it and move on, or try one more time if you think it's worth it. Did you lose your car keys? Forget about it. You won't find them outside your door no matter how much you wish they were there. On the other hand, if you reacted impulsively or procrastinated during a particular day, then that's on you, and you should change that. Tactic number 2. Regarding the impermanence of things, Epictetus offered a powerful tactic. He says that, whenever you're kissing your wife and kids, remind yourself, I'm kissing a mortal. This way, you'll be better prepared and less devastated if you lose them. In life, nothing lasts forever. To think otherwise is to wrongly assume your opinion matters or that you have a choice. The Stoics believed that the universe is governed by reason, and that when we must return the things we were given, we must do so with equanimity and indifference, precisely because there's nothing we can do about it. Tactic number 3. What do you think Hercules would have become if he had sat on the couch his whole life drinking his life away? His muscles and strength and bravery would have gone to waste. Epictetus reminded his students that whenever you're presented with an obstacle, God is matching you with an equal or greater opponent to test your strength. Remember, circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. So whenever you find yourself in a difficult situation, brace yourself and say, that's what I've trained for, this is my training. On the other hand, the person who avoids danger is a shame for mankind. Seneca, another great philosopher, said that, I judge unfortunate the man who has never experienced misfortune. No one will ever know what he was capable of, not even himself. 3. The mindset. Stoicism is not the same as self-improvement. Stoicism is closer to warrior life philosophy that prepares you to be ready for the worst of misfortunes and trains you to respond with bravery and wisdom even in the darkest of times. It's a very demanding philosophy, and to succeed in it you need to understand one thing. It's not a quick win. You're trying to fully master your mind and make it a servant of yours. To do that, you'll first need to erase long-held destructive beliefs and habits that keep you behind in life. So, my advice to you is this. Read one thing every day related to Stoicism and seek to apply it immediately in action. To help you with that, I've thought about creating a 30-day Stoic challenge for free that contains all the Stoic principles you need to know and doesn't require any prior experience whatsoever. If you want it, comment down below and I'll create it for you. Anyway, since the beginning of Stoicism, the goal of this philosophy has been to turn boys into men. Unfortunately, there's one thing that gets in the way of a man and destroys all his progress. It's exactly what women take advantage of and attract mass followings on social media: sexual enslavement. The Stoics had long warned about this man's Achilles heel and its dangers, but Epictetus proposed a solution to get rid of it and continue on your path to becoming an exceptional human being. To learn his two-step formula for doing that, watch this short video till the end.